Bonjour, heroes. Bandai is already well known for marketing live-action shows featuring armored masked men riding around on motorcycles. But this spring, the Sunrise Studio made a huge splash with an anime, Tiger and Bunny, that manages to mash together just about every superhero trope and cliché into a single package and still make it all work. The diverse cast makes you laugh and cry as they fight crime in the futuristic city of Sternbild. The premise is that, roughly a generation ago, humans with genetic mutations called Next started to appear. One of them donned a cape and a mask, called himself Mr. Legend, fought crime. The mass media jumped on board, creating a television show devoted to heroes. So, by the present day, heroes are entertainment icons as well as crime fighters, and they need to balance their duties to the citizens as well as to their sponsors. And here we meet the main characters, Kotetsu Kaburagi and Barnaby Brooks Jr. Both are Next with the ability to increase their strength 100-fold for 5 minutes at a time. They are marketed as the first ever hero pair. Kotetsu is in his mid-30s and a veteran hero, and he puts rescuing civilians ahead of all other things, including collateral damage, earning himself the nickname Crusher of Justice. His partner, Barnaby, is a hotshot rookie 10 years his junior, and is heavily marketed for his good looks and abilities. He is more concerned with gathering points on Hero TV, which bothers Kotetsu to no end. The two spend much of the show's first half locked in an ideological feud, with Kotetsu buying into the traditional superhero ethos that they have a responsibility to protect the city. Barnaby, as his foil, considers this silly. Literally adding fuel to the fire is another Next who calls himself Lunatic. Lunatic is introduced early as an anti-hero, but his influence wanes, and by the second half he's a non-player, which I felt like was a waste of potential. He provides a direct challenge to the brand of justice championed by the heroes by serving as the judge, jury, and executioner of several criminals. So the show looks at superheroes from multiple points of view, which means it's pretty easy for anyone to pick it up and find something they're familiar with. Another one of the show's strong points is how human the heroes actually are. Yes, they have secret identities, and they have superpowers, but they're also sponsored entertainers. They have a job to do and lives to live, so they have to put up with a lot of the same crap as the rest of us. And each hero is given at least one episode that delves more into their character, showing us their insecurities and shortcomings firsthand. Ivan, for example, doesn't believe his power is all that useful. Karina has dreams of being a singer and dislikes having to do hero work. Keith loses an important fight, and then fails to defend his title as King of Heroes, and the realization of his own mortality drops him into depression. Kotetsu, of course, takes the cake. He means well, but he's clumsy, slow-witted, and old-fashioned. He's a single father who doesn't get along well with his daughter, and he has a hard time communicating his feelings. But when the chips are down, he refuses to give up, and that nature of his is contagious. One by one, the others start to understand what he's about, and even Barnaby can't help but like the old man. The show is a mixture of one-off character episodes and story arcs, but the unifying force in the background is the terrorist organization Ouroboros. The show's midpoint boss, Jake Martinez, holds the city hostage and hosts a grand tournament against the heroes to determine its fate. The second half of the show reveals a deeper conspiracy that takes them all to the brink of destruction. Tiger and Bunny may feel like a show you've already seen a million times, but it's hard to turn away once the dominoes surrounding Barnaby's past start to fall. There's a good bit of comedy sprinkled throughout the show, and you can watch it on Hulu thanks to Viz. Superhero fans, you shouldn't pass this one up. And that does it for this edition of the blog. For more anime, check out the Vermilion Anime Club at CMU, and that's every Saturday night at 7 p.m. I'm Dan, and I am out.